Then Nicola said was wrap it up out there, and he said make sure you wear condom out there. That's all he said. That was his message. That was like I need to see a little bit about their like beliefs. So like I'm not saying I'm a misogynist. I'll throw on some Andrew Tate and see how they react.
Yeah,
or I'll
like Andrew Tate.
You do it because you got to protect your time and energy.
Well,
That's
let
why.
me say
Because
this, like,
that's why I don't.
Michael Porter Jr., MPJ has been saying some crazy stuff. I don't even see it, but I feel like every day now there's something new coming out.
What he's saying is like hella weird.
I don't think winning a ring necessarily, because you can just do whatever you want. Because I mean, he's saying all this stuff about like women and Andrew Tate and all this stuff.
It hints that he believes who can clown me, dude. I literally have the best player in the world on my team. Just the fact that he even brought up, Tate, I think it's kind of been considerate because, there are victims of his crimes. Do you think this is a turning point or just a common pattern with this behavior?
So I was literally just having a conversation like several days ago on Discord. It was basically about, do we prefer when players are very honest and unfiltered with like the responses and stuff, or if we prefer players being very professional, like media trained, middle of the road and stuff like that. When I see people like MPJ, that just gives me credence to like the fact that, I don't know, because I'll be honest, athletes are probably some of the last people I ever want to hear honest thoughts from, because
Facts.
most athletes are just pretty dumb. The Nets head coach, honestly, if I'm just anybody in the Nets front office, I would be sick hearing all this stuff, because we just got rid of Kyrie, all of his on the court, off the court antics, all the stuff he did in the media, and now you're seeing all these new clips of MPJ going viral like every day of him saying all this crazy stuff.
Crazy. You're not lying, but the thing is, like, if you have a gay son, he's probably gonna be gay and he's gonna be a thot at the same time.
So I would be upside right now, just like, what do we do with it, bro?
I just think that there has to be some type of repercussions for this, because at this point, you give these players power and money, they go ballistic, and we've seen time and time again where this has been the case. So if there aren't any more repercussions, this leads to, again, GMs losing money per se, because now when it comes to like trying to grab these deals from certain brands, for your players or just for your team in general, they're gonna look a little weird, because it's like, bro, wait, you got a weird dude on your team, right? And right now MPJ still is a player of just, okay, he's not gonna lose any crazy fans, but he seems like he's really reaching that point where like we've seen everyone just say that one thing that just sets it off, like Kanye.
So,
and using it as a pattern beforehand, you expect something crazy to be said.
I mean, MPJ already has a pattern of just being as unfiltered as possible. And I mean, honestly, this goes back to our NBA rivalry video, where like the NBA is just so much more individualized compared to other sports. So we see players like Michael Porter Jr., Anthony Edwards, honestly, even someone like Kevin Durant on his Twitter, always going crazy on fans. Like, I don't know, you see these players just being super outspoken about different things that they probably should shut up about. And that's not to say that we should be discouraging players from expressing themselves and being who they are and stuff like that, because some player has like their own personality that should be expressed in some way. But at the same time, there is a limit when you say like, oh, I want to bring up Andrew Tate when I'm talking to women. There's a limit to why media training and PR training is important. But again, there's a balance between, and then also like being yourself at the same time without crossing that line. But
bro, MPJ, might be kind of cooked.
He's cooked, but I mean, like you said, NBA is not going to do anything about it, or the Nets probably won't do anything about it either.
Yeah, man, that's it. That's all we got to say about that. I don't think that this is comparable to Kyrie, because Kyrie was in a way saying things that was much more controversial and expressive. But as always, go ahead and follow the Discord for the community. We're trying to build one. Again, it's still really small. Our channel is starting to become more so a channel trying to reach, sports media, but in a casual way. I know like this isn't a podcast, so we don't want to be professional, but at the same time, there are going to be topics, and a lot more funny topics that we'll understand, either when it comes to wrestling, soccer, football, basketball, baseball. There's just always stuff to talk about within that field, so I think we may stick mostly to that. But anything else?
Anyway, we're just trying to keep it fun around here.
Exactly. As always, a lot of blue sky, more on the jump.
Stay tuned.
Peace.